He wants to fight. He wants to get the job done, but also he's coming forward. He almost don't even remind you of a guy that like fights every other month, man. Like he's in there he's just a throwback to me.
Absolutely.
And I believe that's his advantage to these guys, man. These other guys are inactive, man. To where sure they sparring and all that shit, but I would imagine being in the ring with Regis is rough. It's real fucking rough, man. And mentally, now I don't know the kid. You know him better than me as far as his mental strength, but the opponent, I see, and I've seen evidence of it. They mentally break quick. Yeah, like almost like Regis is fucking Pac-Man. Yeah. He's coming, gobble, he's eating every fucking thing, and the ghost is taking off. Yeah. And it's like they just like, fuck, man, give me a break.
Yeah.
And that's when I say checkmate. Once I see that in the guy,
yeah.
Checkmate, man. Checkmate, because he's coming. And as long as he's not getting hit defensively sound, it's gonna be tough, bro, to beat that kid, man. That he's how tall is he?
5'9".
Oh, he's that big?
5'8.5", 5'9", yeah.
Oh, okay.
Facebook, we
He
live.
got growth then. He got growth like a motherfucker.
Yeah. We're gonna start the show here in a couple minutes. We got Bobby Benton in the house.
Yeah, but I'm saying he can grow. He's gonna be able to move up, you know.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know he was that tall, man. Shit. He we ready? You live?
Yeah, we live.
Man, let's go live. That shit fun. What's going on Facebook, Instagram? This is Coach Derek with my man.
What's up? It's Manny Fresh, and it is Saturday morning.
I got a special guest today, man. One of my partners from 20 years maybe, I guess. All right, at it, close to it. Mr. Bobby Benton. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
I'm glad you're here, man. How excited are you about that win, man, recently? I gotta bring it up. I gotta jump right in, man.
It's fun. I can't stop smiling, you know. So even when something's bad, it's like it ain't that bad.
Yeah, man. I as a trainer and a coach, man, you wait for your objective, especially in the professional ranks, is that world champion, man. And I imagine you floating, bro.
And on my birthday too.
Yeah.
He won the title on my birthday, so it was.
That's a hell of a present.
Yeah, it's a best birthday present ever.
He had a version. What version of the WBC title he had? It was
the diamond. He was an interim champion, and then the diamond belt, diamond champion also.
Okay, and then this year was the WBA, right?
WBA World title, yeah.
Man, I know you was floating, bro.
Yeah.
I could tell. Just a brief cover, because I told you, you know, I get guys all the time, or I see guys. Bobby, this, man, you was born in boxing, bro.
Yeah.
You've been in boxing literally your whole life.
Yep.
How old are you now?
41.
41. 40 is the new 20.
Everybody in the room's 40 and above, right? Your dad?
My dad had started the gym when I was a kid. We moved here from Indiana, and then he opened a gym, 1986, Heights Boxing, and then we moved to Maine, and we moved around, but it's always been the main street boxing gym.
So Bill was Heights Gym. I heard of the Heights Gym in Story in Houston.
Yep.
I didn't realize that.
That was our first gym, yeah.
Before Maine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Heights Gym, your dad started with the original
Yep.
owner. Wow, I didn't realize that.
No, I didn't realize that.
We always have people coming in, and when they talk boxing history, they talk about two big gyms.
They go right to the Heights Gym.
Heights and Maine,
which is the same thing.
So wow, holy shit.
Now I knew his dad. I knew his dad, and I knew, you know, big deal in Houston, big deal in boxing, especially Houston. But yeah, I didn't. Who the hell I thought had Heights Gym? I guess I never knew.
Richard Prograis went and bought the building. He went and bought the building and then took it over took over the gym, and we moved after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of the names your dad matchmade for was huge, huh?
Yeah. All top ranks guys. Cedric Kushner, Shane Mosley did most of all his early fights. I mean, I can't even think about all the guys.
Was your dad? I want to say I've seen him in the corners before too, huh?
He started out training guys.
Okay.
And then from there, just stayed in the business, matchmaking.
Right.
And agent, worked as an agent also.
He even and we know each other because he helped my cousin out with some matchmaking. That's how we go back. Yeah. We watched it. I met you about 2001, 2, and we sat in your house and watched some fights. Yeah, you was the first guy in boxing in Houston that I met, and he was down there working with you guys, and was it Tubbs maybe? They had him cornered.
Yeah. Tony was down there at the time. Yeah, he was helping. Actually, John Goodman's wife, Annabeth Goodman, was promoting shows in New Orleans.
Right. Kingfish.
And her son her brother Preston Hartzog was he was pro, and Tony was training him. Yeah, so they trained down in our gym.
Okay, yeah, man, I've been here, man, a while, fooling with boxing, man.
Yeah. You met him right away.
Out the gate because of my cousin.
Yeah, Jimmy.
So there was no
Jimmy
one better.
Vince. Huh?
You couldn't have met anyone better in the game.
Oh no. And this guy has always helped me with anything, man. Any help I needed, he helped me. So
now your dad he started off training, was a matchmaker. Does he go deeper? Was your grandfather in boxing?
Well, my father boxed when he was he fought amateur, and then he just was in the business and started training guys. So that's kind of just how it went.
Okay, yeah. So that's where it all started with your dad. Nice.
I imagine you were like me, don't remember a time without boxing, huh?
No.
As a kid growing up.
Yeah, no, it's funny. So now my memories are just when we brought up the Heights gym. So we went in there and we're cleaning it out. This is a funny story. So we're cleaning the gym out, and there's nothing in there. It's vacant. We're trashing everything, and the windows opened in, like, so how windows, right. It was like they're weird windows they pulled in, right? So
old school.
We're cleaning. Yeah. So this is my first memory of the Heights gym. We're cleaning out. All of a sudden, we hear water dropping. Right. And then we look over, there's a homeless guy, he's pissing inside the window. That's it.
Into the gym.
Into the gym. So my dad, at that time, he was crazy. So he'd snap at the drop.
Spitfire.
Yeah, boom, he chased the guy down the street. He's kicking him, and that was my first memory of that. So there was not even anything in there yet.
It was just that's great. And Bill, your dad's doing good today, right? He's retired from boxing.
No more boxing.
He's Kool-Aid now.
Yeah. He buys appliances, fixes them, and sells them. So he's always going to do something. When did you know you were going to take up the mantle as far as training and everything? I started training when I was 18. I started training fighters.
Right.
And I started with an amateur team, and just learned, I had some pros. And then that's the thing these guys don't do today. They don't follow the program. Like, okay, you're gonna learn this. You need to do it all the way through. Right. Guys get a pro fighter, and then
public service announcement. You and I are 100% into agreement here. But yeah, go ahead. What I call it, the guys need a apprenticeship.
Right. Of course. I mean, there's been over 50 world champions in our gym.
Right.
And so I'm a sponge. When the trainers were in there, I mean, you got. Dwight was my trainer. Dwight Pratchett. He's a great trainer. He's still in the gym today. He's got Emma Williams, Austin Williams, who just made his pro debut the other night. And then you go Emmanuel Stewart, Angela Dundee, Don Turner, who trained Holyfield, Tommy Brooks, trained Holyfield, Jesse Reed, Al Golden, Potato Pie, and Potato Pie was in Houston, so he was my guy. Just right. I'd sit with him and just sponge. All those guys are you learn. Right. So while I'm training these amateurs, I get to watch the pro game, and then my dad's matchmaking, so I'm going to go out of town with him and be around all this stuff and kind of see how it goes, so that's kind of how it.
Now, did he want you?
No.
Right, because I asked you earlier and you were like, no. And so was he the same way with you?
Absolutely.
So was there a struggle there?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Somewhat, yeah.
He didn't want you involved in boxing. Period. It's a heartbreaking business, man.
Yeah. No, it is. But you know what? That's the thing. So, like, I watched him, get frustrated, stuff go wrong, and so I know it's gonna happen now. So it's fine. I'm good with it. Whatever happens, okay. That day I'm gonna be mad. Next day, let's go. Let's move on.
Adjust.
Yeah.
It's like a fight.
That's it.
I agree, man. Man, I can't imagine the education you acquired in the gym, man, with all those guys, man. You're talking about the best of the best, man. Man, you stood alone, probably my hero. Hell, you had everybody but Eddie Futch in there, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody, man. I know you said Evander's whole deal was here. And
he was in our gym his whole career. Till the end, he was a trainer at Savannah's. But
man, that was one of my heroes.
Yeah,
man.
me too.
Evander Holyfield,
yeah.
Man. God, what a man.
So that camp with the first Tyson fight, that was by far one of the best camps I've ever seen. That was a great time in the gym. It reminds me of now in our gym because we got a bunch of guys they're all kind of feeding off each other. So it's a good vibe. That time there was, you had Holyfield, Junior Jones, Lou was fighting, Lou Savarese, my partner, Orlando Canizales, there was somebody else, Frank Tate. They were all training at that time, right? And they all fought within a month of each other.
So they was jealous.
All knockouts.
They were jealous.
Yeah, it was a good vibe, man. So Junior Jones beat Barrera.
Right.
I mean, that was like one of the upsets of the year.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Who had Holyfield? Don Turner had Holyfield.
Don Turner and Tommy Brooks worked together.
Man. What sparring he had in there, man?
He had David Tua, a guy named Gary Bell. And Bell actually, he didn't go on to do much as a pro, but in the gym, he did good. He held his own. Yeah. So it was Tua was sparring Holyfield, and that's when I knew it was game over because Tua at the time was knocking everybody. He was undefeated, knocking everybody out. Everyone.
It was beast.
Early too.
He laid down and rolled out of the ring and said, "I'm done." And Duval went crazy. He was like, you got 2 more rounds." He's like, "I'm done. That's it." Holyfield put it on him.
Man, I remember and such. My memories of Evander were, I guess one of my earliest memories. Me and my dad was sitting there, and one of the weekends they had the free Showtime on. We didn't have the premium channel, and Evander had just moved to heavyweight, and of course I knew who he was, and I was still a kid enamored with Mike Tyson and all that, and I know it's funny. Hindsight is 20/20, but he fought a tremendous fight against Michael Dokes.
Michael Dokes was a hell of a fight.
Oh, that was a bad boy.
Yes.
So I'm watching, and the fight was amazing. Back and forth, they just went. And my dad goes, because my dad not being a Tyson guy, he looks at me back then. This had to be what, 89, 88 maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he looks at me and said, "He's gonna kick your boy's ass." And I looked at him. Now you gotta remember,
we were like, no.
I'm 13 or 12 or something, right? And I looked at my dad. Now my dad spoke the gospel truth, you right? But I couldn't fathom at that time, cause in my world, no one could whoop my father except Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson might get it. So, and my dad was 6'5", 300 pounds. I said, man, Mike was a bad boy. Not knowing, I'm a kid. Right. And he looked at me with the shit-eating grin and said, "He's gonna kick your boy's ass." And I'm saying, okay, fuck out of there. That's what I was thinking. Right. Boy, was I wrong. His 2 left shoes, and he nailed it because that was what, 7, 8 years before it finally happened, and 96 it happened, and I tell you, man, Evander kicked his ass from the opening bell. And you know what? I don't like how the Tyson brood says, well, that was old Tyson, and that was old Evander. That was retired after the health thing. That's an old Evander. That wasn't the one
He wasn't supposed to fight. Remember?
Yeah, that wasn't the guy who.
Or something, so
Yeah, that wasn't the guy who annihilated Buster Douglas. This was an old guy.
Right.
So it was an old guy. It was fair, you know. And Evander put them hands on Mike, man. I remember
From the jump.
out the gate.
Yeah,
Oh, that was a terrible ass whooping. One thing,
The fight was good. If you go back and watch it, I didn't realize how good it was. I watched it recently, and I didn't realize how good the fight was. Like, I just thought, like, in my mind, oh, Evander kicked his ass, but
no, Mike didn't quit.
Mike was.
He kept coming.
Yeah, he fought.
He kept
It was a
coming, man.
war.
I tell you, man, Tyson. One of the most underappreciated things about Tyson to me is his toughness.
Yes.
Because of, you know, the bite thing and all that. But prior to that, Mike kept coming. He believed in all I gotta do is, you know, all I gotta do is land it, and then that's it. And he kept coming. He kept fighting with
It
Holyfield.
was explosive.
Even hurt. He was picking his hands up and trying to, you know, come forward.
Okay, the perfect example. Look at the fight with Buster Douglas. Even when Douglas, when he was done, he was down. You
Right.
look at Tyson, instead of getting up, he reaches down, grabs his mouthpiece, puts it in his mouth.
That's unconsciously
Yes.
he wants to fight.
He wants to fight.
He don't have no backup.
No.
I got, wait a minute, this ain't right. I gotta get up and get in here and fight, man. So, you know, I love who Mike seems to be now, especially now. You know, seems to he can look back and with we don't gotta see the fake guy no more. We see the real guy.
Yeah, authentic Mike.
And man, he was a fighting man at the end of the day, and a little guy, man, a very little guy. But yeah, Evander Holyfield, man, I tell you, I don't. When my dad told me that, of course, I started paying attention, man, and I became the biggest Evander Holyfield fan
How
ever.
could you not?
Dude, that guy, he wasn't supposed to be there neither, man. He wasn't supposed to be in the ring with them dudes, man. He's a little guy,
What
bro.
about Bo? What does he have with Bo? Bo, to me, in my opinion, could have been the best heavyweight ever.
Dude, don't I say that?
Really, Bo?
His ability,
Talent,
bananas.
could punch. Holyfield said that was the hardest he ever been hit by one shot. He said everything Tyson hit him with hurt. He said, but the hardest one shot he ever got hit with was Riddick Bowe.
Riddick Bowe,
And he took that.
yeah, and kept coming. Riddick Bowe, to me, absolutely could have been the greatest heavyweight in history of boxing. I have a theory on him that's unsubstantiated. I don't know any scuttlebutt about it, but I think Riddick must have had wars in the gym, man, for his prime to be so short. Cause I mean, the Galata fight changed him. I seen it happen, but prior to that, you know, prior to him losing to Holyfield, his prime was so short, man.
I think though, once he got money, he got lazy. So I think that's the big part of it. Is that drive to keep training hard. You know,
And that laziness.
Yes.
Wasn't that an issue though? I mean,
Yeah.
wasn't that a public issue?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Remember
but-
when he joined the Marines and then like
30 minutes later.
Yeah.
But, you know, and that laziness will cause wars in camp.
absolutely
Because you're leaning on your power, you're leaning on this and that rather than.
making mistakes.
Right. So I truly believe, man, Riddick Bowe could have been, I ain't saying should have, could have been the greatest thing
I agree.
ever in the heavyweight division, man. But instead, man, I tell you, man, Joe Louis, Ali, and Holyfield, that's my holy trinity, bro, in heavyweight, man. Evander, man, was so special, man. So special, man. It was and just a fighting man. Just a fighting man, bro. So you was around it all, man. I envy that, man. I envy that because I couldn't imagine the education. Just being there, soaking it up, man.
I mean, every time we have a guest come in, they're always talking about the heights and main gym. But not only are they talking about it, me standing on this side, I see it in their eyes. They get this nostalgia
Yeah.
about it. what made it so special? Did you guys know at that time what was happening with Evander, with the trainers, with the other fighters? With,
they had to build up to that.
With everyone gelling, did y'all know that was a special time?
Not at the time, but you know, I didn't. I mean, I was
because it's undeniable.
But absolutely, but the vibe in there was special. And like I said, right now in our gym, it's the same. I feel the same way like that. Like it's everybody right now is just grinding, or you know, they're pushing towards that. You guys are standing next to Regis, you know, or getting to spar with him, or you know. So it's you realize this guy's making it. Why can't I?
Right.
You know, or you're doing the other thing and saying, well, I'm not gonna make it. You know? You got both.
And they're checking it out. They're checking themselves out.
Yes.
That I read in there. Let me get a fan question in here. I read Mike's autobiography. Such a depressing fucking book, man. What it was called?
They're making a new movie about it, right? With Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. Undisputed Truth, the book, and he had something in there about Big Lou, and when they fought in England, huh? But
No,
they
fought in Glasgow, Scotland.
Scotland, okay. But he said, and Mike alluded to it, but he didn't say what. In the chapter, he said that he told Lou something. Either he did or one of his entourage or something told Lou something at a press conference or a weigh-in, and it made Lou real hot or something. Like, and he got into, because in Tyson in that book, his whole thing was, man, I was done long before the Douglas fight, but nobody would stand up to me and make, you know, and whoop me. And he said in there, he said that he ran Lou hot about something, man. Maybe the crocodile guy, somebody told him something, man, and Lou ran hot of it. Did you know anything about that?
No, I wasn't there. My father was there, actually. Wore cuts for Lou for that fight, but I wasn't.
Oh, you wasn't there?
No.
Okay, man. Because he didn't say what he told him, you know. Yeah. And I said, God damn, I need to ask Lou there when I see him. But yeah, that was just a fan thing, and I wish he would have said, I told him but he didn't. He didn't say it, man. And then in that fight, he just got clipped, huh? On the temple?
Just, you know, got caught. You know, first round. I'm always scared of first rounds. Anything can happen in the first round. You guys are nervous. You're nervous. You're cold. You're not. You know, they make you wait. You're standing there.
Awkward shots.
Crazy stuff happens. Yeah, weird stuff happens. So that, you know, just that.
And he was hurt, man, because he got hit on that temple, and he tried to catch. When he got up, you could see it. You could see he just got. But
at the end, the only thing though is like at the end when the referee stopped the fight, Lou was throwing punches back. So that kind of like, all right, man, like
yeah, since he went wild, let him fight.
Right.
Yeah,
just a little bit longer, we would have seen. You know, I don't know. I think if Lou could have made it out of those next 2 rounds, who knows what would happen.
The ref, I'm sure the ref and the officials and everything, once that hit the fan, they probably got scared and let's just stop that. Let's just stop everything. Yes. That's crazy, man. So Regis, man, I watched him come up in the amateurs. He's a New Orleans transplant. I was here before Katrina, but he got here with Katrina, I believe, right? Right. I seen him win probably Golden Gloves and everything, but he goes pro. He has 5 or 6 fights, and then they bring him to you. Yeah. It's time to take him.
How long ago did he go pro? What year was that?
It's been a minute. He's been pro, I think 8 or 9 years, maybe. Yeah. It's been a minute. I think he was 21 or 22 when he turned pro. He's 30 now.
So when they bring him to you as a trainer, was it? I'm sure business has everything to do with everything, but what made you? Did you just say, yeah, sure, I'll take him on? Because you knew him, or
I already knew him. Okay. He was a beast. He had been coming over to the gym sparring. Actually, I've said this before, but my first memory of him was I used to run the guys at 5 in the morning at the park, all the fighters. And he was out there one day with Jay John, his manager. Jay was training him at the time, but Jay became his manager. And then I told Jay at the time, I said, kid's going to high school, he's out here running at 5 in the morning. I ain't seen no kids out there like that. Like I told Jay, I said, that kid's gonna do something
special.
Yeah, fast, running, like, you know. And then so Jay called me, it was after his 6th pro fight. And Jay said, "Hey, what do you think about training Regis?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely, I'd love to." So then we start working together, and so those are the memories, like fighting for free.
Right.
The trips, and I'm I'm okay with that because it's a process, you know.
Right.
So it's developmental stages. So we'll drive for free across.
It ain't free. It costs you.
It costs you.
It costs you. Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Just everything. So, but yeah, that's the. So we drove twice, once in Monroe and once in Shreveport. We drove over, weighed in. Opponent didn't show up. Drove back home.
Shit.
Second time in Shreveport, drove over, weighed in, stayed the night, got up the next day, about to head to the arena. They canceled the whole show. Those are like brutal times, you know, like damn, like you want something from you weren't getting paid. But
Disheartening.
Yeah.
Disheartening. At least get a win.
Yeah, you want to get a fight, right?
Right.
I mean, you suck weight, you know, all that stuff is tough. So that's those are the memories. Like, okay,
The trenches.
we came a long way. You know?
The trenches
Yeah,
moment.
absolutely.
So what kind of run do y'all go on before he's with DeBella, right?
Yeah.
Before they reach out, or was they on
No,
board?
we begged everybody. Nobody wanted.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, we went to Top Rank. No, they don't want him. Golden Boy didn't want him. DeBella, no. Then finally, DeBella gave us a chance. And the first fight with DeBella was, I don't even know if they were there. I think it was in Mississippi. And I don't even think they were there. But then the second fight with DeBella was Hector Velasquez, who's a veteran.
Right.
And we weren't supposed to fight him. We were supposed to fight some guy who was like 8-2, but I was like, all right, this is gonna be. I looked at him, I'm good. It's a clip out fight, right? Then they come the day we're getting on the plane. Jay calls me, hey man, kid pulled out. They got Hector Velasquez. Man, my heart dropped. I was like, damn.
Game changer.
We went from a
win.
Easy fight. Not I mean I say easy, but you know, in my eyes, it was you know, all of a sudden, you know, now we're gonna get a war,
a fight.
It's gonna be a damn war, you know.
Right.
So I tell Regis gets in the car. I said, man, they changed opponents. He goes, yeah. I said it's gonna be a tough fight. He goes, yeah, okay. So all right, so just mentally that quick, that's how he changed. You know, went from, you know, to being an easy fight to a tough fight, and then it was a tough fight.
Right.
You know, Regis knocked him out cold. I don't know if he's ever been knocked out like that.
I don't believe I've seen this. It was this.
It wasn't on TV.
Yeah, I
This was before. It was on the Showbox card, but it was on the card of
yeah.
Ivan, Red Cock, and some other guy, I can't remember. But that was like our first, like, okay, that was a real fight.
So
Bite the bullet.
how long before the fight did they change the opponent?
We were flying out. Fight was Friday night. We were flying out Wednesday. That morning.
So that morning.
Yeah. So Wednesday, day before the weigh-in, and Velasquez was supposed to fight. Velasquez. I know he was in shape because he was supposed to fight one of the Peterson.
No,
he was supposed to fight Peterson, right? So Peterson got hurt and pulled out. So I knew he was in shape. And that made it worse for me. Like I'm dying. Like, you know, like, hey man, you know, like
who made this? Did Lou call y'all and be like, hey, this is who we fighting now?
Jay was dealing with them, so I wasn't in the middle of that. But yeah, Jay called me in the morning.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is who we fight.
Yeah. And so, but the good thing about Regis is I knew he was in shape. Like, he trains like a maniac.
He's confident.
Yes.
What fight was this? How many in? I guess maybe 10 fights.
11 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was, and then from there, you know, it was just a slow process. And every time we fought, if you go from then on, I think we fought DeBella's guys. He had all the guys signed, so it was like, you know, he had nothing to lose,
right.
You know?
Right.
And so to me, it's all pick 'em fights, like, but we kept destroying them, kept beating their guys, you know?
Which means proven.
Yeah.
Which means it wasn't a build up. It was we were fighting.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden they start talking about him now on everything. The channel, the boxing sites and everything. And was this super series? When did Regis win the interim thing?
With Ndango.
Ndango. This is before the
Julius
series?
Ndango, yes.
Right before the series?
Yeah, so we fought Ndango, and we were supposed to fight Ramirez, but then Top Rank worked a deal out to where they gave us an ESPN date. We fought Velasco, and it was good. It all worked out. It was good. They paid us good. So it was all worth it. And then they knew we were going into the tournament, so they had a little break with Ramirez.
Nice. Now, depending on which fight is it, for the who has to fight now?
Josh Taylor and Ivan Barancek are fighting May 18th.
And the winner
Has to fight Regis.
And that'll be
That's the finals.
which guy we want? Either one. But
either one. They're both.
Who do you think is gonna win that fight?
I'm leaning towards Taylor.
Okay.
But I'm not. Barancek's he's dangerous. He's wild. He's a beast. He got a chin.
Is the Taylor kid the American?
No, he's from Scotland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't there an American in the tournament?
Ryan Martin. Taylor beat him.
Taylor
beat him.
See, I missed it.
Yeah, that was the first round. Yeah.
Okay, so man, it's gonna be nice to win that Super Series, man.
That Ali Trophy was nice too.
Oh man.
We went to the first finals. That's where when they were announcing the second season, and Usyk won the Ali Trophy. Man, Regis and I were sitting there like, man, that trophy's nice, man. It's big.
It's the real deal. Yeah.
It's
that one of the things that strike me with Regis social media presence in general is he doesn't take his position lightly. As far as it seems to me, he's utilizing. I see him do a lot of outreach, especially at home. He's going home, talking to the school kids and everything, man. And
he's keeping it positive.
That's very admirable. It makes it hard. You always got the other side, but it makes it hard to root against a guy who you see doing those things, man. I tell you, man, that kid seems to be a great guy, man, and he's earning it the hard way. So I imagine it's gonna be that much more sweeter, man.
Yeah. He's always giving back.
Yeah,
constantly. That's the people don't. Everybody doesn't see that. So you see, even when he comes to the gym. And just the guys in the gym that he's known a while, he'll give him his shoes. Like here, man. You need new shoes, man. Here, it's crazy. Like who does that?
A New Orleans boy,
yeah,
man.
No,
came from nothing.
For sure.
Right. I tell you, man.
He's a good dude, man. He's got a good heart.
You enjoying this ride or what?
Oh yeah.
I imagine.
We're not done. We're just getting started.
Yeah.
We got a long way to go.
He's got a lot of. How old is he now?
30.
He's got a lot of growth too, man. With that frame, he'll be able to.
We're gonna move up. I think either they finish the tournament, one fight, and I think we're gonna move up to 47.
Oh shit!
That's fights up there, bro.
Look, he wants to fight the best.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be avoiding these guys trying to. No, he wants to fight the best.
Well, his career been that thus far.
Yeah.
He
was calling Crawford out before he moved up to 47.
I remember.
So that's that, and that was he was 15, 16-0 at that time.
Like they say, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, man. And he ain't ducking none of that trouble.
And we're gonna talk about some of that because we were talking yesterday. We were talking about that Spence Canelo possibility, and we'll touch on that a little bit. But yeah, the bigger the risk, the bigger reward. Facebook, we live here today on the Soapboxing Podcast with Coach and trainer Bobby Benton, coach of world champion Regis
Prograis.
What is it?
Prograis. French.
Great. But before we move on further, let's go backwards a little bit. We talked earlier, off air. You're from Indiana, Midwest.
Hoosier State, huh?
Yeah.
Hoosier State, huh?
Yeah.
How old were you when you
moved here when I was 8?
When you were 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I grew up there, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I have short memories of being up there, but
So you came out here and how old were you when you mentioned earlier that you were 18 when you started training fighters.
Yeah.
How old were you when you put the gloves on?
Well, I had one amateur fight.
Yeah.
And my dad didn't want me to fight, so that's when I started training guys. He was like, "Nah, just don't box, So I was like, "All right." Started training guys.
And we've been talking about how valuable and how special it is in that time, in the late 80s, early 90s, growing up in Houston, at the Heights gym, having all those great fighters and trainers going through the gym. And even now, you say how special it is in the gym that you're at now with the people gelling and having Regis in there and being an inspiration. What are some of the things that contribute to that?
Just our vibe,
Yeah.
Just everything. Everybody in there it's a team environment. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I don't have ego. Some guys have egos. I try to let that go because, I'm still learning too. Right. So I pick up stuff, So that's the whole thing. We're all learning.
You're in a hell of a spot, huh? With Regis, man, he's doing his thing. He's a monster at 140. Mm-hmm. What and I don't know.
It's a welcome environment over there, and like you said, that no ego thing takes you a long way. I mean, Bobby's reached out to me, and my guy was working with Regis for his camp, and
he helped us out a lot. It was some of the stuff that Relic does, not the same style, but I saw some of the stuff that Relic did, and Quentin does some of it too. So I was like, okay, I need to use him.
Yeah.
And then we brought in a couple other guys too. So.
That yeah, man, Bobby's a good guy, man. That welcome environment, you don't feel, a lot of places you go, and it's not necessarily the trainer. Maybe the trainer's a great guy too, but he's just not personable, or he's been misused, so he keeps a tight, grip on things and don't want to talk or whatever. But you gotta have that environment to where guys gonna come in there and gel, and if you got, like you said, a world champion over there, and you got like Austin Williams, he's coming up. They got him a deal on the zone. He fought.
Hey, he looked good. He knocked him out in the first round.
TKO. Yeah, he overwhelmed that boy. And I seen that little bit they gonna have. Is he gonna be on the AJ undercard or something? Yeah, because they said MSG, man. I'm sure that kid is on cloud nine.
Of course.
Yeah, man. It's there's no need. Listen, man. It's very seldom. I find, you tell me, very seldom in the boxing community, as big as it is, but it's small. Everybody knows who. If they don't know them, they know of them. You very seldom come across jerks, people who aren't, willing to talk or whatever. Because it's a hard game, man. You can't, people understand what it takes to be in that ring, man, and what these guys put themselves through. So, that doesn't mean they don't exist. Of course they exist, the jerks. But yeah, I try to avoid them at all costs.
Or you run them out.
Yeah, run them away. 1,000%. He'll tell you, I'll run them. You got to go, man. This ain't working. Yeah, boxing is as big as it is. It's a small community, man. It's nothing to know a guy from another state and what they doing over there. Everybody knows, man, because everybody's trying to keep an eye out on who's got what, and
of course,
who's dangerous, who's winning, who's I think that's probably the biggest part of that over there, that success. What you're saying is that gelling nature. Everybody sees what they trying to accomplish, or like you said, well, this is my position here. This is what I do, so I need to do this.
Not come and take videos, Instagram.
Yeah.
And then, so my thing is and I tell the guys that aren't doing it, all right, look, what do you do when you come in? You sit down on your phone, do this. Watch the guys that are winning when they come in.
Mm-hmm.
Come in, bam, right away, get to work. Regis does basic stuff every day. Something. We work the rope, he walks the line. Like just stuff you do
Fundamental,
the first day you're in the gym. He'll do that.
He posted something the other day, like even world champions walk the line.
Absolutely.
You better.
Yeah.
Listen,
And that speaks volumes.
You have to go back to your feet. It's the first thing, you know.
We got kids they come in here every day. I want to box.
Yeah.
And 3-4 days. When am I going to spar? When am I going to spar?
You might never fall on that. It's the truth, man. If you can't stand, you know, I like to say, what's your first line of defense? Everybody says everything except the feet. No, man, your feet get you out of trouble or get you in trouble.
Yeah.
And
everything.
And to see Regis, I seen that too. You know, look, you better cover this. And it's funny to me. It's funny for these guys, these younger guys, pro or amateur, whatever. It's right there in front of you, but you're gonna fight it every step of the way. While telling me you want to be a fighter and I want to be this and I want to be that, but you know, well, he did this for a year, and you ain't been in 2 weeks, and you're ready to, you know. And so I don't even entertain those, you know.
Yeah, no.
And I put in my head, I don't discount anyone and say, because you never know. But I say to my, you know, to myself, he won't be here much longer, you know.
Well, my dad has a saying. He told me, use those guys for target practice.
Yeah. I've been told that. Coach, why you? No, we need those guys. That's why. We need sparring partners. I said, yeah, man, the world needs sparring partners, man. Because without them, you don't get no practice. I tell you, man, what are we looking at? Canelo Jacobs, man. How you looking, Bob?
I'm leaning towards Canelo.
Yeah.
You know, not that Jacobs can't win, because
he's
very
live.
capable.
He's live. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know, I think Canelo is a smarter fighter.
How much do you think the judges and the refs gonna play? It's the same. I think it's the same.
I hate even
refs.
talking about that.
I think it's the same refs the same judges from the Canelo Triple G first fight.
How did you have that fight?
Yeah.
Which one?
The first
I
fight.
had Triple G winning by a round.
Yeah, I think
I had a draw.
No.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. You know, this is, to me, that's a cop-out. All that Canelo gets the judges bullshit, because here's what I'm saying. Okay, so one of them had his fight with Lil Floyd a draw. People don't understand what a boxing match is and draw. That judge don't like what Floyd's doing. That's not winning a fight to him. But he didn't have Canelo winning, so he seen the draw. My thing is when you get those ridiculous calls.
He
like
did have a ridiculous card on that fight. It was like, what was the score?
What's her name? Bird, right? Adelaide Bird.
Yeah, Adelaide
Well, I was thinking about Lil Floyd. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But if you, Triple G, Canelo won, if you have G by a round, a draw, or Canelo by a round, none of y'all are wrong.
Right.
None of y'all are wrong. So all that, if you don't know what a robbery is, I can show you some fucking robberies, man. And that's the thing, man. When they start that old hard shit about the judge, man, judges are off the wall, bro. We fought the other night, man, and I just knew going into the fourth round we ahead 3-0.
Right.
And we got a flash knockdown, right, and get back up. So I give him the round off, and then I tell him, all right, go win the fight. We get the fucking cards, bro, and I'm like, shit, we wasn't even in the fight going into the fourth round. My mistake. I messed it up.
Yeah,
but
you're watching, you know what you're looking at.
Right, and that's the difference. I know what I'm looking at, but you gotta be cognizant of they may not know, or that may not be winning to them. So
I'll give you a good example of that. This is a heartbreaker right here. Trout is fighting Canelo.
Mm-hmm. I was there.
Okay,
I was there.
So this is the first time, and I think one of the last times they've done it. They gave us the
Open
scores,
scoring?
open
Yeah.
scoring after 4 and after 8. They come over, they hand me the scorecard, I look at it, after 4. I think we got, my opinion, we got 3 of the first 4 rounds. I'm like, Austin boxing.
I think I had it even, yeah.
Okay.
Going into
Even.
it. Yeah.
We're down 4-0.
Shit.
So
Which is insane.
I take the paper and I'm like,
Which is insane.
and I'll give you another. The Showtime guy, what's his name? I'm drawing a blank now. Jim Gray.
Jim Gray.
Jim Gray comes over and goes, "What's the score?" I said, "We're down 4-0. He goes, "You guys are up 4-0? I said, "No, we're down 4-0. He goes,
What the fuck?
"Yeah." So he's the guy. He's the TV guy.
Right.
And then from there, the fight changes. Like Canelo knows he's up 4-0.
Right.
Relax.
Crawfish. Yeah.
Ooh, I get to play defense, right? And Austin knows he's down, so he's got to grind.
Yeah.
And that's when he gets dropped.
You know, and that's when it's almost you damned if you do, damned if you don't. People clamor for that open scoring shit. But then, but if it's wrong, it changes the fucking narrative of the fight. And now my kids got to change. First of all, Trout's a slick ass boxing, and now he's got to be the aggressor because you guys don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
And he walks into a shot because Canelo's a fucking puncher.
And even if it was even at that point, to me, I had it 3-1. But even if it was 2-2, right? So okay, the fight goes on like nobody knows.
Right.
They continue to fight the same way they're fighting. So yeah, it's competitive.
Right.
What was that fight at? 100 what?
54.
And what did he weigh the night of the fight?
Austin or Canelo? I'm not sure. I don't even know if they did a second weigh-in. Yeah.
They got a clause for tonight's fight, don't they? A 10 pound.
No.
They don't.
No, it's a Daniel Jacobs rule. Because the IBF mandates that they do it, but if it's a unification, there's no. So there's no 10 pound.
Canelo's one of the few. Tell me if you agree with this. Canelo's one of the few guys I've seen ever who's consistently gotten better,
Absolutely,
adding to his ability.
100%.
I don't know if it's his remaining calm and get whatever the case may be, man. He has constantly gotten better. Man.
Yeah.
And I don't know his trainer, none of that. He's a little guy.
Good trainers.
As far as
Yeah.
as proof is in the pudding, bro.
Well, you see what they did with Garcia, with Ryan Garcia. Did you see? Because he used
Reynoso for Ryan.
And
And I seen an immediate difference in that first hour.
Garcia's fight.
But Canelo, man, has consistently gotten better to me. And I tell you, the only danger is these big boys he's fooling with, man, because he's not a big guy, man.
Yeah.
As far as pure middleweights, and when he's in there with them 6'1" guys, it's a big ass difference, man. Once it becomes a difference, it's gonna be, to me, I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm waiting for him to hit the wall and be like, oh shit, because he's in prime Bernard Hopkins land right now, right? Prime,
Smartest fighter ever.
right. My man. 1,000%.
By far.
Never had someone
Done with less.
boom. 1,000%, man. I tell my guys, my fighters, because I don't believe we don't copy shit. None of my fighters fight the same.
Yeah, they're not supposed to.
I don't believe in that shit. I'm trying to build you up to what you have. But I tell them, anyone wants to learn boxing, watch Bernard Hopkins, because you're looking at a book of pugilism, because none of those X factors are there. He ain't superhumanly fast. He's not fast twitch. He's
not a big puncher.
He's not a big puncher. It's all technique and thinking. That's all he's doing, man. And so, and guys don't like that. They you either hate Bernard Hopkins or love him or indifferent. Listen, man. That guy is like a fucking instruction manual for boxing.
Absolutely.
And
I agree.
And I'll tell you, now that's my thing with Canelo. I think Canelo is getting wiser and wiser and wiser.
Smarter.
And he's got something Bernard don't have, a punch. That dude can punch, man. He can generate power, I think, but size, at some point, size is gonna.
You say that, but if
it hasn't yet, but
if they, so it's a business, right? So if you match him right, you know what I mean? If you continue to, which Jacobs is dangerous tonight, because he's a guy.
That's a live fight,
yeah,
man.
Of course, 100%. But in my mind, always the smarter fighter wins.
Yeah, me too.
But then you go, okay.
Short of getting clipped.
He moves up, so he moves up to 68, right? And you match him right. Okay, Benavidez. Can he beat Benavidez? I think so.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, feet.
Sure.
He's smart.
Yeah.
His feet. Benavidez throws a lot of punches, but he never throws that many punches on Canelo. Canelo not gonna let him.
They like to pay for it, right?
Yeah. The Durrell brothers.
Canelo.
Okay, so there you go. So now he's up in even
Andre and
Andre,
the other guy.
Anthony. So you're
It's all match. It's all
What
match.
about the other brothers? The twins?
the Charlos. Maul is probably the most dangerous guy out there.
Which one is that?
The big one, 60.
The big one, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna stay away from him. He's got a jab.
No upside.
A nasty jab. He can knock you out with that jab.
Mm.
So there's a guy he's dangerous. So you see the guys, they ain't even mentioning his name.
They don't wanna fight
He gotta keep doing. He gotta keep fighting.
That's a boogeyman when they don't mention you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely the boogeyman. But he's got a chance. There you go. There's another guy. Maul might have the best chance to beat Canelo. But they ain't gonna fight.
The bigger one is the one here, right? The bigger one is the one here still,
Yeah,
right? With Ronnie.
he stays with Ronnie, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Canelo does have a pathway to super middleweight, man. Shit, I wasn't thinking of it like that. But again, still, when I look at frame, boxing, size, which is hell of a different than weight.
Yeah, of course.
I wait for him to hit that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm biting off.
Down.
Yeah, man. I'm biting off.
His defense isn't as good because he's bigger.
Right. And I don't believe Danny is that guy. I believe he can be. Oh no. It's a live fight. If Danny Jacobs clips Canelo, I'm not gonna be shocked and amazed. That shit can happen. He's a pure middleweight. He can punch. He's awkward. But likely to happen, I feel Canelo's going to deter him at some point, and that'll be defensive posture, and then Canelo's just going to come and eat him up, man. That's what I see happening.
Who has the stronger power? Triple G when he fought Canelo, or Jacobs tonight?
Different power.
G's more a thudding.
Yeah, he's
a thudding horsepower guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Canelo was eating those shots.
Yeah, but Jacobs he's got snapping. He's got his power is different. G beats you down, but Jacobs can hurt you with one shot. He can.
Jacobs can get you out of there. I tell you, Triple. What you thought about that breakup with G and Abel Sanchez, man? Where you think he should land?
I don't know. I don't know where he's gonna land. Probably maybe Freddie or.
I'd imagine somebody out there.
Yeah, somebody out in Cali. He's gonna stay in Cali for sure. I don't know.
Garcia said he wasn't gonna take him.
Who
Yeah,
would?
he would.
No, he said he would take him.
He said he would.
Yeah, he said him and Sanchez is friends, but I'm gonna cash that check. Yeah, damn that.
But it's sad, and it's at the same time it's
It's boxing.
It's boxing. It's tough. But part of it was probably Abel too.
Yeah.
So it probably wasn't just all Triple G. He was probably trying to work something out.
No, I figured. It's to me. I was asked about it on another podcast, and we covered it thoroughly. And I said, the sad part is for me as a boxing guy, a trainer, is that those two couldn't come to an agreement. Not that
they split.
Not that G's realizes, all right, I gotta do what I can do because this is the last hoorah, and not that Abe was not willing to work with it, right? Because the flat fee is what's happening once you get to a certain thing anyway, normally. But somewhere I ain't been yet. But it's just, anytime that you see guys can't make it work, just make it work, man. So, who knows what G is thinking, man. Maybe he's thinking he can do something for real, so I need some new eyes or something. Who knows? Who knows? But you would have liked to see I don't know.
Together, right?
Yeah, I don't know either one of them, but I would have liked to see them work it out, man. Figure out a way to make the thing. Y'all go on to the last chapter together and ride out to the sunset.
Yeah, that would have been nice. I think the whole the narrative.
They went everywhere together, Every time you saw Triple G, you saw Abel. So
yeah, a decade, man. Right at a decade, man. They go together, but It is what it is. It's boxing, man. It's been bigger breakups, and you know, but you would have liked to seen that. I'm no super Triple G fan, though, so.
I'm not either. I mean, he's great, but
yeah,
you know, just the way they pushed him onto us, you know. I mean, yeah.
Dude, I blame him and Roy Jones for the HBO, the debacle of HBO. But nah, I pick on Roy.
You know what? You're
time
right.
and team.
Klitschko's.
Yeah,
Think about that. How much money they spent on the Klitschko's?
and it never did pan out.
No,
Bro. At the end, they wasn't even on American TV, really.
You just said it right there. That's my thought is always is Americans want to see Americans,
right.
or I mean the Hispanic Mexicans. Everybody wants to see them because they're exciting.
Right.
So you like Canelo. Canelo's the biggest thing in boxing right now. So but American guys don't want to turn on TV and see a guy that can't speak English, or they can't relate to him.
That's a bad thing.
Right.
That's a bad thing. And in the way he understands English, you would
That's
like to see him say it.
You said it earlier. You can't remember those years because most of those guys, that's what they were doing. They were putting all the Russians, all the Kazakhstan, all the guys on our TV, ESPN. So guys stopped watching it.
Right.
Americans stopped watching it. When we used to have, if you go back in the 90s, look, they were building our fighters up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The amateurs, I think it has some ripple effect, you know, of us not pushing the amateur programs like other countries, like Kazakhstan and all them national.
But they got money behind them.
Yes,
That's the difference.
We gotta fit the bill for our kids,
Right.
and
And
that
they
shit's
come
hard.
over here and they take, they.
You know, I forget which fight it was, but there was a point that I said, HBO, you're full of shit with the Triple G guy. You not that he ain't great, not that none of that. He's great, man. He's fun to watch because he's coming forward.
For sure, 100%.
But I kept saying he hadn't fought nobody, man, and you telling me he's the most feared guy, and everybody's scared of him, and then here comes another big guy he's fighting. And I said, man, this is bullshit, man. Put him in there with somebody, you know.
Well, they tried to do that Andre Ward thing. But Dre called him out. He said, "Let's go."
And you know what? And whoever made that distinction for G was smart, because that would have blew their load right then. HBO would have went out of business a year earlier because. Don't sell me nothing, man.
Yeah.
Don't sell me nothing. Everybody has their place, man. And Triple G had his place. He became a star and all that stuff.
He's definitely.
But you sitting here telling me how he's the greatest thing since sliced bread when the other channel got all these other great fighters. Nah, man, you're selling me hard shit, man. So what I'm saying is, do it then. Let's go do it.
Right.
And then at some point you didn't do it. Right. And then what happened with Canelo, you know?
You look at that's what Heyman was smart. You look what he did. He grabbed Showtime.
Yeah.
He grabbed all the American fighters.
Yeah.
And just kept them on there. So now he's got control.
Monopolized the whole situation.
And at the time, there was nothing else. It was just him. He had 100-something fighters. So you got nothing else.
I think he's finally hit with that monopoly. I think he's finally hit the point where they gotta start fighting outside.
Yeah, because
they done matched all up.
The zone. It's not just that. He doesn't care. He just matched another two of his guys together. So, but you got the zone that's got money, and you got Top Rank with ESPN.
Yeah.
So now there's money. There's more money. Guys are like, hold on,
he ain't the only one with the money.
Now it wasn't like that for a while. There wasn't no money.
It was just hanging.
And all of a sudden now you have the zone, Top Rank, ESPN. So money's being generated. I know at 147 they ain't selling the shit. You got a lot of.
Oh no, it's the 47 division is just all about smart. Smart.
He was not gonna let anybody else play ball.
Yeah. It's about smart maneuvering right there because it's killers, man. Everybody's better.
That's why he grabbed Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Smart. So now he's got money. He's got Pacquiao's gonna bring the people. Yeah.
A gate. Yeah.
So he can match Pacquiao 3 more times before he fights Spence.
Yep.
Porter, Thurman, Garcia, he can match him against any of those guys.
How do you feel about Garcia wanting to stay at 147 and not come back down?
He's gonna do good. I mean, all right. So, to me, Spence, I don't think I say expose Spence, but defensively, Garcia was so smart. He knew he couldn't win, so he said, "All right, I'm just gonna,
That's right.
I'm gonna play this defense."
What round do you think? Do you think he knew that going to the game, or what round?
No,
what round,
no.
what
I
round?
think he tried.
No, Earl
Yeah,
convinced
four
him.
rounds.
Earl
Yeah,
convinced
of course,
him.
100%. But I think after about 4,
Yeah.
you just see him just start coasting.
That's what we said.
Because he pitched the pitch in that third round.
Yeah.
Yes.
He got frustrated and
Yeah.
said, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
And he went out there and he said, I'm gonna chill out and make it to the 12.
Yeah.
That's it.
In hindsight, I said, this move here, that was unconsciously going, all right, maybe do another one. That, Mikey Garcia is so good, though, dude.
He is.
He's
Absolutely.
so good, bro.
Absolutely. I think you should go back down to 4 to fight Regis.
Me
You
too.
think so?
Yeah.
Me too.
That's
You know why? That's a super fight.
That's a super fight.
That's a gate. That's a mega fight right there. Before we go up there to 47, you know.
Is that something that you guys are talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If that fight's there when we, you know,
Y'all
so
heard
we
him?
finish the tournament, and if that fight's there, 100%. That's our biggest fight.
I think
Ramirez is a big fight, and
Who was that?
Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big fight for us too. And then or Hooker, but I don't know. Hooker's good, but I don't think style wise. I think Regis wrecks him pretty quick.
Where's
I think-
Lomo at? Lomo that one?
he's 35,
35,
right?
He can come up and get some too.
There you go.
We'll take that. Let's go get him. We'll get him too. I think Mikey is motivated by money, and I think if that fight's there and it's the big enough check, which I think it should be, I think that's a very doable fight. Regis and
Where the fight take place? In New York or in Dallas?
Vegas, it can be
Vegas,
anywhere. I mean,
yeah, that's gonna sell.
LA.
Yeah, that's gonna sell anywhere there's a fight town. Yeah, that's a sell. You I think they maneuver Spence through. I think Spence got 3 or 4 fights if you want to stretch it before he has to get in there with Bud to build that biggest. Not that he ever has to be in there with Bud, but to build that biggest gate, that super, that Hearns Leonard thing, man. It really does look to me from the outside looking in that Spence, his world is his oyster right now. You know, he's got options coming out the ass.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He's got the same. He's with Heyman, so he's got the same lineup. You know, he's got, and I think
He can clear the table, bro.
That's it.
As long as he keeps winning.
Porter, Thurman,
Pac-Man.
you know, so.
And guess what? You can throw Danny in there.
Yeah.
If Bud them's bullshit.
Danny just got to win. That's what they're, you know. So that's a smart thing Heyman's done. He's recycled these guys, you know. So and it's great. That's the stuff I want to see. I want to see American fighters
Fight.
you know, fight on American TV. You don't go when you go to Germany. You see German fighters fight. You know,
Right.
if they're fighting an American fighter, we're losing.
Right.
You know, every now and then we sneak in and get a win, but most of the time they
Very
don't bring us
seldom.
back either.
Very seldom,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
And once they get a win, they ride it to the wheels fall off.
Same thing in England. So,
Right.
I mean, you those guys, they take care of their own, and that's how you sell TV, right? I mean, your people are watching this, you know. So,
Man, about the welterweight division, that 40-47 division is so fucking stacked, bro. It's so many fighters, man. Good fighters, great fighters,
Good fighters.
great fighters, man. That we should be good for a decade, man. With all these guys, man.
Absolutely.
And looking at the Bud Spence fight, Spence can clear the table, man. That's why when that buzz about Spence and Canelo thing, listen, I hear you, and there is a dollar amount.
That's $20 million.
That's too much to pass up. But I don't know if people understand Spence's position right now, man. And from what I think, Spence can run this table, man. He can set the whole Thanksgiving table with fighters, and as long as he wins, go to each seat and take the pot, take the pot,
the money keeps rising.
and then.
But that's what the other fighters are fighting.
Well, that's up to management and promoters to make that dollar.
So you growing up in a different era, 80s, 90s, and now you're here and you're seeing the business side behind it as well. The game has changed,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know,
Better for the fighters now. Right now it is.
the money.
Yeah.
But in the sense that in the past, fighters fought.
All the best fighters. So you go 70s, 80s, 90s. All the best guys fought each other. There wasn't a you know,
A business mindset.
Well, they had
as it is now.
They had a Regis mindset. Say, who's the best?
Right.
We need to fight him.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to be the best in the
Of
world.
course.
Okay, so the climate, the landscape, the mentality of the game has changed, right? There's a lot more money involved. You know, we talk about this in the basketball sense, right? You know, we like to say, well, today's game has changed. You know, in the 80s and 90s, they played ball. It was a lot rougher. They played like men, right?
It was.
It was. And you know, I say it all the time as well, how these fucking guys are softer, they don't play. But it's not that they're softer, it's that the rules have
The
changed.
rules have changed.
So, and I'm sure if the rules digress back to the way it was before, they would ball and they'd get physical.
Man.
In boxing, maybe. In boxing, the game has changed too. From the business standpoint.
You got more promoters, different guys protecting their guys, so it's harder.
Right.
It's harder to make matches.
So in my thought process with the Spence Canelo fight is, well, the whole game has changed. It's not so much the best fighting the best. If I see an opportunity to get the $20 million now, I'm gonna grab that bag, and then I'll come back and beat up everyone else and take that money as well. Because that's what Canelo did when Canelo took that fight with Mayweather, and he only got $20 million. He only got 12 million. I'm sorry, he only got 12 million when he fought Mayweather.
But there wasn't that kind of money right now. Then.
Right, but
So
he's come. But
Mayweather was making. He wasn't making the crazy money he was making at the end.
right. But if you take the 12 million, if he took the 12 million and he fought him and he took the L, but he's come back since. And
he
he
didn't get it.
Time out.
He didn't get his ass kicked.
What if he beats Mayweather?
Oh,
The
exactly.
whole world changes.
The whole world. And so that's what I'm thinking with Spence Canelo. Now the flip side is what you said. He gets Vargas. You know, when Fernando Vargas fought Tito Trinidad.
Too soon.
Too soon, right? So you can, but I look at the two different fighters. Fernando Vargas and Earl Spence are not the same fighters.
Man, hold on, man.
No.
That's why what we say. I'm a Fernando Vargas. That boy's a dog, man.
In the sense, I'll tell you why. In the sense that Earl Spence had everyone doubting him, and he kept his fucking cool. He kept his cool before the fight. He kept his cool during the fight, and he kept his cool after the fight. And and his press conferences and everything. You know, y'all were doubting me. You had, Sugar Ray and George Foreman doubting me. I don't know why. I came in and did what I did. Now, Fernando Vargas is a fucking emotional fighter. He's and you saw that before the fight. You saw that at the press conferences.
Fernando Vargas
And
had
you
his
saw
tech warrior.
Yeah,
man.
and you saw
He
that.
believed that shit.
Right, and you saw that during the fight.
Mm-hmm. And if
And
he
I
didn't
think-
have that, he wouldn't have been able to get back into that fight after the first round.
I think Earl Spence is a lot more emotionally stable, mentally mature to look at this as a business from the business side and say, okay, well I can come out like Canelo did, come take this $20 million fight. If I win, the whole world changes. If I don't get the call, I can still come back and take my $20 million. Take my $20 million.
Here's my
come
thing.
back in.
It's such a different scenario. Those two issues is such a different scenario by this. Fernando at that time, that he had that life-changing fight or no. Spence,
Got options.
plenty. Buku options on the table to clean house.
Fernando had options. He had De La Hoya, he had
No, he
Sugar
didn't. No, he
Shane.
didn't. You gotta put yourself back then. No, Shane and them was 47. He was a 54.
Yeah.
No. Vargas was a dog at junior middleweight, and that welterweight came up, and because he was the big dog, and they gave him the De La Hoya fight, remember? Because he didn't win the fight, I didn't think. here's the dollar amount if you fight him. Fernando didn't have no, and I only know this because I heard Robert say with his own mouth. Everybody talks about how Fernando shouldn't have took that fight. It was too soon. Now, from a trainer's aspect, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you 1,000%. That's what happened to Vargas. And it ended up changing him, right? Changing the trajectory of his career and everything. But, and he still made buku big fights after that. But the dollar amount was such that, and this was Robert Garcia, he said, you can't tell this kid not to fight for fucking $20 million, whatever it was.
You never turn on a big fight.
You know, you got to take, he's a fighting man. And so when they say, fight Tito Trinidad and you get a $15, $20 million check.
Sign it.
Fernando Vargas, the Aztec warrior, says, line him up. Line him up and give me the check after. So Spence, on the other hand, sure, you go get the $20 million if you want to, or you slow down and you'll still make over that clearing the table. Or risk being a changed man going for this $20 million. That's the difference to me.
Well, it goes back to what you said earlier. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward.
Yeah, and okay, so he goes up there and he loses to Canelo, what?
And he comes back, he gets the 20 and comes back.
Are those fights still the same live?
At 147?
Is the fights at 47 the same live if he goes in?
Absolutely.
No.
Same thing like for Mikey.
No.
Absolutely.
No. You gotta understand what's the probable outcome of that fight, man. That's what I was saying to y'all in the group. This is not him against Canelo is a bigger risk than just he's not gonna turn around and go back to welterweight and have those same checks available. It's not gonna go like that, man. So and Spence seems like an intelligent guy and got intelligent people around him. So the answer is no. The answer is fuck you. I got this whole table right here to go clean up now. Down the road, when you're the next thing, if that possibly happens, if Canelo ain't 175 pounds fighting, sure, if I can get past all these guys. But in my world,
I think if that happens, it's gonna be one of those things where we have to wait, like Pacquiao and Mayweather, for Canelo and Spence.
But nobody's clamoring for that.
It probably won't ever happen.
Yeah, nobody's clamoring for that.
Look, here's what you got. Spence has got. They're gonna stay at home. They're not going. They're not gonna fight Crawford unless
absolutely imperative.
Exactly.
Right.
So they got Porter, they've got Thurman, they've got Garcia, and then Pacquiao. They'll do it like that, I think.
Immediately after, hold that. Immediately after he beat Mikey Garcia, he quit saying Crawford's name. And his response to the Crawford shit was, let him go fight some people first. That was it. So he played the big dog now, which he is. Because the more people, the more possible fights is over here with him that's doable. So now, do I think...
Who got winning the fight?
Who?
Crawford or Spence?
Let me say this, man. I was going to ask you that. So you got me first. All right, here's the thing, man. What you said earlier, the intelligence factor, I'm gonna tell you something. Before the Mikey fight, I'm one of the guys who are guilty of underestimating Errol Spence. Out the gate, I'm gonna say that. I watched him. I totally did. Yeah. I watched him in the Olympics. I watched his pro career, and I totally didn't get just what he can do. Now, not that I didn't think he could win, because I picked Errol Spence over Mikey Garcia, right? Based on strength, size, and all that shit. He made me a full-fledged believer. When I watched what he did with Mikey, and the manner he won, I didn't know he had that ability. I underappreciated him. And so I went from a 80-20 Bud to a 60-40 Bud. I still lean towards Bud, man. Bud Crawford, but I'm trusting my eyes, Bobby. I'm trusting, not the proof, right? I say that a lot, just like when I pick fights. I may be rooting for a guy, but I picked the other guy.
Don't bet with your heart.
Right, I never do that. So I'm trusting my eyes. I'm looking at Earl and saying, Errol Spence, you slick motherfucker. Just like he said at the end of the fight, he said, y'all thought I couldn't come in here and box. I told y'all I could box. And I said, shit, you could box. Goddamn. I thought you would try to hunt Mikey down and would give Mikey a chance.
But can you outbox Crawford?
No.
Okay.
No. So
He's
now,
gotta be the dog, right?
huh?
He's gotta be the dog in that fight. He's gotta
And being a dog with Crawford, you taking a big chance of getting knocked out. So okay, so again, I was dramatically for Bud before.
I was the opposite.
You were dramatic for Earl?
I thought Spence would beat Crawford, hands down.
Okay.
But after the Mikey fight, I kind of saw, okay,
He got something.
yeah, he's got some.
Much more educated than what I thought. I thought he was a more strength athlete. Not discounting that he couldn't box. I could see the boxing, of course. But I underappreciated his boxing ability. So where I was all the way in on the Bud side, I came a little bit more towards Errol, but I'm still leaning towards. But I think Bud wins that fight. I think Bud Crawford is a special guy, ability wise, and I'm hoping he doesn't.
He's got a hell of a story too.
I hope he doesn't. Yeah, I hope he doesn't end when it's all said and done. End up in the Andre Ward thing. Here's what I mean, because I think Andre Ward is one of the greatest fighters I ever seen. Period, in boxing. And I don't think Andre Ward made it to where he should have been. I think Andre Ward should have been the second coming of Ray Leonard. I think he should have been smiling on camera. He should have been selling his own boxing gloves at Walmart. I think he should have been that huge.
I agree.
Now, for whatever reason, the dice, it may be the culture. The culture of America has changed. They buy into Bronas.
Social media.
Yeah, they buy into Bronas. Ain't that some shit? Bronas got more chances than anybody in the world. And by now, you should be convinced that he's only this. And they keep buying into him. Where Ward,
he was too wholesome.
Yeah, too wholesome, leave it to be. He looked like he was Cosby Show Brona. Nah. Jesus, that is embarrassment. That I think Andre Ward should have been second coming of Ray Leonard, bro. I really do. I think he had the ability. He's got the understanding. He's a thinking guy, and he can fist fight when he has to fight. There's nothing there that says he shouldn't have been.
But all right, so go back. There's a guy they gave a chance to develop. Go look at his early fights.
Yeah.
He was struggling, right? Then all of a sudden they put him in the Super 6. He wasn't
picked to win that.
Hell no, he was the last.
Yeah, he wasn't picked to win that.
And he had the toughest fight going into it.
Yep.
Kessler.
So he won.
Kessler was dangerous.
That big Viking. Yeah.
Yeah,
very dangerous guy.
Yeah. So
Andre Ward
him.
constantly improved.
Got
Canelo world, but without the Canelo fanfare.
Yep.
So
you're saying he should have been Mexican?
No, I'm saying he should have been wholesome. I'm saying he should have been wholesome, golden boy, all-American, and I think that thing doesn't exist no more. I think in America we so polarized that, no. Not that it doesn't exist, it's not as popular as it once was in our childhood growing up. Growing up, and I was no Ray Leonard fan, I'm a Tommy Hearns guy, but Ray Leonard was it. He was
on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Little old white ladies love Sugar Ray Leonard. Everybody. He was a superstar hero. He
smiled every time he got on the camera.
If something went wrong with him, the whole world felt, but that was Ray. He shouldn't have, what y'all did wrong, And I think Andre Ward had all those qualities, man. It's just the culture of the country, I guess, or what's.
He did all right though.
Oh no, yeah. I'm coming off too rough on him, but I think he could have been transcended.
Well, maybe he didn't want to.
That's a yeah. Who knows? You're right. That I see Spence has those qualities too. I think he has American hero qualities if he wanted.
Well, and what about Crawford? I mean,
I love his story. I love his mom.
I know, me too. But how do you got to sell it? How do you know what I mean?
I think Crawford is stuck over there with me and Tommy Hearns. I think he's gonna get by on his ability. I think in the end he'll be an all-time great. I'm leaning towards that, but that crossover appeal, I don't see it, man. I don't see it, which is terrible because of how good he is. But that's boxing, man. Somebody's got to wear the black hat. Somebody's got to be the bad guy, and not necessarily.
That's how Floyd made all his money.
Right, and not necessarily because he couldn't sell out. He couldn't sell out Detroit,
But he kept winning.
but he kept winning. And
If he wasn't undefeated, there's no way he does with those numbers.
no, he ends up being Pernell Whitaker. He ends up being all us know how great he was,
Right.
but the world doesn't.
Right.
The world doesn't know.
They even put him with an MMA guy for his pro debut and sold that too.
Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane? I got a name about it. White boy. Coach, what's up, man? Man, boy, McGregor look. I said, stop. Stop. He looked at me. He said, what you mean? I
They
said,
believed it.
oh, I said, he said, well, UFC MMA guy. I said, freeze. He said, what? I said, how does Floyd Mayweather gets in the cage with McGregor, what's happening? McGregor tears his ass up. I said, right. There's no difference of when he gets in this boxing ring.
Yeah.
He's at the exact same disadvantage because he can't grab him and tackle him and rip his ankles from him.
Right.
He's in trouble. I said, matter of fact, and I told him this, I would put, Quentin was national champion at the time, I would put my 152-pound amateur in the ring with him
He would have beat him.
and beat his ass. And he looked at him, and I think my guy understood. I mean, he took it as truth, so he deflated. He was, yeah, I wasn't thinking like, I know you wasn't because they were selling it to you.
Yeah.
Man, and not that
That
McGregor
was a hell
didn't,
of a sell job too.
not that McGregor didn't think he can win. He has the same.
Yeah, of course.
He-
Forget about that. He's a beast.
McGregor thought, because he's not a pugilist, he thought, oh, I'm gonna just hit him. No, you're not gonna just hit him, man. You know.
So the guy, I can tell you a story. We're in Santa Monica. Nate Diaz comes into the gym.
Okay, the MMA guy.
Yeah.
The brothers.
Yeah, he's sparring. He spars some guys. He's got good hands. Decent hands for an MMA guy. And he says, then we leave, come back 2 nights later. He's there again. And Regis is with me. And they wanted left-handed work. And Regis goes, I want to spar. Let me
Just
spar.
like Nate Diaz,
Yeah,
the
let's go.
MMA guy, yeah.
Let's go. Never, Regis beat him down. No,
Right.
it was no. I mean, it was. Regis was lighting him up, but not 1 second. You know how a guy looks beat.
Yeah.
You know when they start like
Their mannerisms, everything.
1 second did he look like
Beaten.
he was beaten. He's
Tough son of a bitch.
Yes,
Tough
100%.
son of a bitch.
He's like, I got it. Like you just see it.
He really thinks he can
Yeah,
hit him.
100%.
That's dangerous, man.
Yes.
That is a dangerous individual.
Yeah.
But you ever notice how the boxing people never? I don't think no boxing people say that our champions or whatever, our top can go in that cage and whoop y'all like none of us. We don't say that shit because it's a completely different sport. The same way when I hear an MMA guy or a fan tell me
It's usually fans.
this particular MMA guy can box, I'm like, that's not boxing what they're doing. That's not boxing. He's fist fighting. He can throw punches, but that's not boxing. And they don't get what I'm saying. But the fan, like you said, the fans, oh man, I remember they was telling me and everybody that was listening, Ronda Rousey could beat Floyd Mayweather in a fight. And I'm like, oh, you fucking kidding me, man? But they wholeheartedly, shit, put her in there. It's such a different sport because they throwing punches, they think it's a fight.
You could interchange WWE and UFC, but you can't interchange.
Well, I think the popularity of UFC and MMA has short. That's why I think they're going with individuals now. They grab a guy and make him a star. I think because their ceiling has been, as a whole,
Just control.
yeah, has hit, and there's no free market. So you fight when I tell you to fight and how much and all that shit, and that's kind of what happened with them. So now they're leaning on the WWE wrestling angle. Selling these guys. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep it going. There's a fan base. There's
a huge fan base.
Right. I watch a fight. A fight's a fight. I'm watching the shit. I don't pretend to understand the jiu-jitsu aspect and all that type of stuff. I don't sit there and understand that.
I mean, yeah.
That's why when they start telling me
You ain't really my arms.
they can box. They can box. Hold on, man. Boxing's something different, man. I tell you, man,
So what's going on in the heavyweight division?
a bunch of ducking. Who's the best heavyweight in the world right now?
Tyson Fury.
My man. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And I do not see Eddie Hearn letting AJ get nowhere near a boxing ring with that guy unless absolutely necessary. And as far as Wilder, bless his heart, the best thing in the world probably was that they didn't rematch initially. Go get back on top and get you some, because that fight, fundamentally, man.
Who you had win that fight?
Tyson Fury, pretty easy. I gave Wilder 2 rounds, but
The 2 knockouts.
and
He got up and won them.
yeah, it's just the stuff he went through to win that fight was,
Amazing.
that was special.
Yeah, amazing.
And come back from where he came from.
I call Fury the people's champ, man, because he's my heavyweight champion. He beat Klitschko first, and yeah, the man fell off.
Boxing.
Yeah, he got issues and stuff, but yeah.
So
Fury.
who's Joshua fighting?
I don't know who this guy.
The Ramirez?
Ruiz.
Ruiz.
Yeah.
So you won the lottery with this fight?
Yeah, and I'm sure he makes some real money because they got to fill in somebody at MSG. Man, one last thing, man. Baby, Miller. Bruh, they found him with everything, huh? He had the fucking pharmacy stuck in his ass, bro.
It's cheating.
Yeah.
Lifetime ban?
I think so. Me, personally, these guys get caught cheating, get rid of them.
Get rid of him.
Yeah. It'll make a statement. It'll make a statement.
Dude, he got caught with like fucking steroids, bro.
Right.
He was taking HGH and shit. He was shooting intravenous shit in his ass, bro.
What was the final punishment? Like 3 months or 6
Oh, that's just a preliminary, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Huh? Like a 6-month deal.
Well, the WBA suspended him, but I mean, it's
But Val, I'm sure he'll have to do strenuous testing if
these guys playing baseball. Let them take that stuff. Who cares? It's good for the sport. These guys are hitting each other in the head, man.
It's a different world.
Yeah. MMA, boxing, football. They should be. If they make a statement, all right, you get caught. That's it. So then you're done. So then your career is over, right? So you got to figure out.
That's the only way to stop it.
Yes.
That's the only way to stop it. I tell you, man. That told me when he failed that test, and at first it was like, I believe it was like the Canelo thing. It was a appetite suppressant and shit, that energy booster. And then the next day they found something else. Yeah. Then the next day they found HGH and steroids. I'm like, no, this cleared. Yeah, this dude here got fucking everything in him, dude. And what that told me was he never thought he could win the fight. He was in over his head.
That's why he pushed him at all that stuff he did.
And that's what I said. When he was slapping that table and shit, he was trying to do his best hood shit. And AJ didn't give a flying fuck what you was doing, man. And we got to fight. And he went the Holyfield route. If Anna say he could talk all that, we got to meet tomorrow night at the ring and we got to fight. So you can't scare me. That fear. 100,000%. He didn't think he could win that fight and was looking for edges, and goddamn, he didn't even try to hide it, man. He went for every edge they have out there. Yeah. And despicable. That was despicable, man. That was a despicable situation, man. $6 million down the drain. Well, we had a good little run, man. I appreciate you coming, man.
Anytime. I'll come back. It's fun.
Yeah, man. Once the camera start rolling, we talking boxing, man. And we gotta get, man, see if you can give me the champ in here, man.
I'll get him in here.
I need the champ, man. He knows I'm a fan. I'm on everything, clicking and liking and everything, man.
He'll talk to anybody, So just even the regular media guy, he treats them just like he would a big ESPN, So it's just who he is.
I appreciate it.
That's a wrap. Facebook, Instagram. We appreciate y'all coming in. Bobby. Appreciate
Thank you guys. Appreciate
you.
Thanks, man.
We'll catch y'all next week. It's a wrap.
Thank you guys. That was fun.
That was good.
Yeah, we gotta do something with that.